right, Dr. Ratio, newest event, let's go. Now, I've already talked about how amazing Dr. Ratio can be on this newest event, and it is actually quite fun. Then again, I'm kind of a sucker for anything that involves getting S or SS rank on a boss. Maybe that's just me from my Naruto game days, but I'm excited to jump into this and purely use only Dr. Ratio. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Jobito, why aren't you doing despair mode? And for that, I have two simple answers. One, I'm not crazy, and two, the rewards definitely don't justify this. I mean, these aren't that difficult as it is since they give you amazing trial characters to complete each and every one, but I'm gonna be trying to do it with Dr. Ratio on every single one. But I just want to show off just how amazing he can be on some of these bosses, especially the ones with the follow-up attack damage. Here's my Dr. Ratio build: 4-piece banditry and 2-piece inert salcedo. My trace level, my eidolon level, my light cone, and finally my stats. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll be subbing in my Dr. Ratio instead of Sila, which is who I got SS rank on this on in the first place. And I will be taking the increasing of imaginary damage, and whenever an ally defeats an enemy, increases their speed. And I'll be throwing on Palo for extra debuffing, being able to get some skill points back up, and to also just break the weakness even quicker on multiple enemies with her ult. Now, I know this is definitely going to be interesting since Dr. Ratio is not who you want to be bringing on this type of boss, but at least we'll be able to add the imaginary weakness like that, and some of these do already have it, so that's pretty good. Problem is Dr. Ratio is not going to be getting any follow-up attack buff because none of the buffs really go towards him except for the imaginary weakness one, but I think it'll be better. Wow, that was no damage whatsoever from Silverwolf. But the good thing is I'm continuously doing follow-up attack damage, so even if it's just a little bit, we should be able to break with this next series of attacks right there, which is really good. Now this is where it gets a lot better. Unlike Simulated Universe, once you break the weakness, it really does make more of a difference with this event, which is why I think they even gave you Ron May as the trial character for one of them. Okay, not too bad of damage though, if I'm being honest. So we have plenty of skill points now, right? So we might as well just, yeah, let's just keep attacking. Oh my gosh, 106,000. Like I said, this is without any buffs. Yes, the deer has so many debuffs though. It's insane up there. I feel like my other showcase really didn't do it justice. Being able to attack over and over again with him in standard content is just broken. All right, this should kill the deer off, and then we'll move into the last phase with the majority of our ults ready, which is really, really good. I am going to still save my ult for the deer though, but we need to apply the imaginary weakness on it again. Yeah, he's definitely not meant for this boss fight, but it's actually not going too bad. The problem is that the deer keeps bringing its weakness toughness bar back up. There we go. We almost have the toughness bar down. Once we get that down, he's dead pretty much. It's just that this is really a struggle because this is not what you're supposed to be doing on this phase. Honestly, let's just use this. Oh, but my imaginary toughness did run out, but that's okay. Actually, is this, oh, we're so close to my ult. We could have broke the toughness right there, man. But we're continuously keeping the deer debuff too, so I think that's very, very good. Nice, there we go. We broke through. That took forever. That really did, just because I wasn't able to keep killing them wide scale like that. So he just kept bringing his toughness back up. But once we apply the wise man's folly on here and then just start doing attacks, it's pretty much dead. But even though it did have its toughness continuously up, we're doing some pretty decent damage through it with the follow-up attacks. There we go. Yes, this thing is definitely about to die. So this was really fun. Definitely not the way you're supposed to do it, but man, what can I say? Dr. Ratio slapped even on here. There we go. The deer is dead. And we still got SS rank. Are you kidding me? That's funny. All right, next boss, Confusing Lies with Kafka, and she does have an imaginary weakness, so I think that this will be even better. The characters that I used to get an SS rank are as follows. They definitely do want you to bring Ron May this time around, so I guess I might as well, but no, we're definitely going to be taking Dr. Ratio. But this time around, I'm going to go with increasing the ultimate damage since Dr. Ratio doesn't really make use of his basic attack. Now, these things can be annoying. I cannot stand the IPC enemies in this game. I don't know what it is. Like, they're not even particularly that difficult, but I just cannot stand them. But yeah, we're not gonna worry about these IPC goons. We're just gonna go straight through, just like we did with the deer, except for we're focusing on the main boss. Kafka's definitely no slouch though, so we need to be careful. And maybe I might even have to break out links depending on how this goes. But as you can see, the toughness is already almost broken and the other ones are pretty much dead too. All right, let's go ahead and apply this one more time, and then we'll come on through. Maybe Dr. Ratio, yeah, he'll be able to break here with the follow-up attack. There we go. Bang. All right, and we do get our ults back yet again. There we go, looking good. It might take a little bit longer than the last run I did on this, but she's gonna be dead, as you can see, pretty quickly. All right, here we go. We'll break through, and then she will also die. Let's go. Okay, last phase. You guys can do this. I have faith. I think Payla's gonna end up dying. Ain't no way. My Payla's always dying, man, I swear. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. I don't think we'll be able to kill her before it comes back up, but we're gonna try our best. So Kafka still has the seal on her, so instead of focusing on her now, because I'm not gonna kill off in time, I need to start trying to get rid of a little bit of these guys. Oh yeah, my Payla's gonna die. She's definitely gonna die. Oh, is she still alive? No, yeah, she's dead. No way, right? No way, they actually didn't target her still? Even though she has the reduced damage, we have enough to kill her. Okay, little scuff towards the end. I'm surprised that my Payla didn't die, but there we go. I don't think it's gonna be SS. Yeah, S rank. That took a little longer. I don't think this boss was particularly great for Dr. Ratio, but honestly, that was just as good as my first attempt with Embiber Lune. All right, next boss, and this one is Yanqing, and I really struggled with this one the first time around. I'm not gonna lie. This is the team that I took, and I still got S rank on it, but it was the lowest score that I got. It took forever, and so because of that, I am gonna bring Blade with me this time, and I might as well just bring Bronya as well. I think that this is still gonna be helpful because I need to be able to shred, but I'm not going to be using this. I will be using the imaginary damage and recovering allies energy regeneration more, so Blade isn't going to be the main focus still. I think this kind of challenge is really fun though, because it really goes to show you what Dr. Ratio is good at in this game and what he's not, and I think that's important. All right, so let's use Wise Man's Folly. We're probably not gonna break through before he uses his ult on me, which sucks, but we can at least try our best here. If I would have just had it a little sooner, it would have been good. Wow, he really doesn't do that much damage though. I don't have my Fuchuan's shield up. We don't even need to use Blade's E at all. Just focus on Dr. Ratio, and there we go. So I'll start off the rotation by using my E on Dr. Ratio so I can get that follow-up attack in. Then we'll proc the Wise Man's Folly. That way we can use the rest of our allies. I think that's a really good thing to do with him. Need to go ahead and use Blade also, while also proccing that damage with Dr. Ratio. Very nice. Yeah, Ron May would have been good here because we could have kept him sealed a little longer. Like, he is going to come back up, and that's just going to make this whole process take a lot longer. All right, that's good. We broke through right before the next phase, actually, so now we can start it off with the ults and everything. Yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I would hope. Dr. Ratio is definitely not catered towards this boss in particular. With the follow-up attack, then we'll come on in with Dr. Ratio's ult and then use the rest of our ults to not only do damage, but also make sure that we're proccing the Wise Man's Folly. Like I said, I love to do that with Dr. Ratio. It's really good, honestly, because you're able to do so much damage in one cycle. I think that's why he's so good for Memory of Chaos. He's literally almost dead. That's actually pretty impressive. So this run definitely took the longest. We're definitely not getting SS rank. Oh, okay, the wind shear. Thank God. I was gonna say he survived. We did still get S rank, and wow, are you kidding me? It was an even better score than when I did a dot team on this. Okay, that was still pretty fun. Dr. Ratio is able to just do so much damage in one cycle, like I said, which is very important. We're finally at the boss that they want you to actually use Dr. Ratio on, and I'm going to be taking him with Ranmei this time, even though last time I used Bronya, Silverwolf, and then finally Fuchuan. And Bronya and Gepard just don't stand a chance whatsoever. Boost that we'll be taking increases follow-up attack damage, finally increases the weakness break efficiency, and I'm excited for this, so let's jump into it. I think Topaz would be really good for this as well, since Bronya does have a fire weakness, but we actually don't have Topaz available until the next boss with the trial that they give you. I just wish that Dr. Ratio got back more energy. Like, I'm just never having my ult when I need to, so we'll just focus on Gepard first here and then Bronya. And right here, yep, with the Wise Man's Folly, we can break through. Let's go. So which one has the weakness, but it really doesn't matter since I already have Gepard broken here. There we go, and we can start working on getting her weakness down as well so we can keep them sealed. And I do still have Ranmei's ult, which is good. I think this is one of those ones too where it does show that you can actually do some pretty decent work against AoE enemies with Dr. Ratio because he can switch targets. All right, I'm gonna switch back to Gepard a little. Actually, he's still pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that. Then we're gonna apply Wise Man's Folly on top of that with this next attack, and then we can move on in on Bronya. And we just have to do that again for another turn pretty much. And there we go. We'll go ahead and kill off this phase with Fuchuan's ult, and Bronya's dead. Not too bad. We didn't even really focus on the other enemies. They're not too big of a threat. Come on, please put Quantum. Yes, let's go. Nice. That's what I needed because we're close to our ult. But we could just break through right here too. Here we go. Give us everything back there. Yep, she is so close to dying. There we go. 123,000. That's not bad. I mean, obviously we're getting a boost of damage with the buff, but it's actually not too bad. She should be dead here, surely. Yes, there we go. Nice. The other enemies are gone now, so we just have to worry about Gepard. And we don't need to worry about the weakness break no more. He's pretty much dead. Pretty good, honestly. I think this is better than the first run I did with it. We'll see if I get SS rank, but he is dead. Dr. Ratio really makes this so simple, honestly. Like, I just love Dr. Ratio so much. I think he's such a fun 5-star character. And we did it. We were so close to getting the SS rank, if I'm being honest. That sucks. But honestly, we did a good job still. And last but not least, Cry of the Frozen Fantasyland. This is the Cocolia boss fight. And we're going to be using the exact same team that I used the first time around, but this time I'm going to be using probably a different plugin. I'm going to be using the increasing allies energy regeneration rate, and then of course the follow-up attack. And because they give you Topaz as a trial character here, pairing it with Dr. Ratio, they're able to do so much damage. And even with the quantum that I'm bringing for the weakness, yeah, Cocolia doesn't stand a chance. I cannot wait to get my hands on Topaz in the future, because now that I've been diving deeper into follow-up attacks, okay, really, Cocolia, okay, hold on, you need to chill out. You need to chill. I haven't had a chance to use Fushuan yet, and you're over here sealing me. That's not cool. But we will go ahead and use Topaz, that's for sure. Actually, no, let's just go ahead and use Wise Man's Folly, because we only have 2 more attacks coming in after that. But I really can't wait to get Topaz on my team in the future, because she does so much for follow-up attack users. Like, even this. Numby is just, oh my gosh, extraordinarily good for this type of setup with Dr. Ratio. Even though the last boss had Dr. Ratio specifically on it, I think this one with Topaz is where he gets through even better. I mean, look at the amount of damage we're doing. It has Topaz on top of it. Like, it's, oh my gosh. And because of that, now we have to break through the barrier from Gepard, which does suck, but with all of these follow-ups attacks, they're almost through, to be honest. We're like, what, 1/3 of the way through, and I've only attacked twice? All right, and now with all our skill points too, let's just come on in with everything. Make sure we do so much. Numby is definitely the star of this one, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, look at the damage that we're doing with Dr. Ratio. It's still quite a bit. And there we go, Cocolia is dead, but there is a final phase. And the first time I saw this, I was like, really? They really had to give us another phase of her? Go Numby, let's go! Yes, okay, now we have all of our ults once again. The amount of debuffs and defense shred that we have on her as well is just absolutely crazy. Like, I think that's just so interesting. Like, not only does Dr. Ratio come in and do 78k, Numby does twice as much as that, but then Dr. Ratio comes in again and does the same amount, so it's pretty even. And I think that's really cool about him. And there we go, we finally beat this again with a new record, so even higher SS rank. And there we have it, every single boss in Virtual Scent Venture with Dr. Ratio. This was a lot of fun, and I was surprised to see that I actually did better with him than some of the other runs where I was using other characters. It's just absolutely incredible. That's gonna do it. I had so much fun doing this challenge. It was definitely different than the way I'm sure Hoyoverse wanted us to tackle it, but it goes to show you that the new free 5-star is really amazing. Let me know what characters you guys used on this. I'm sure a lot of you have done it on despair mode as well, but I'll probably do that on my own time. Like I said, the rewards don't really merit using a character like Dr. Ratio on it. He probably would have struggled a lot more, but it was still fun nonetheless. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.